I find it amazing to acknowledge how our actual direct experience is most of the time so different to our idea of it. Our ideas about how it should be or must be, our interpretation of it, the meaning that we attach to it, the identities that we play. As if what happens could ever mean anything about who you are. Or anything about anything, even. Waves of this and that, sensations, emotions, thoughts, experiences come and go. Actually, it's all really meaningless, although that sounds really cold and a bit depressing, but it's only for thought that needs any kind of meaning, even a depressing meaning. See, it's thought that needs anything to have a meaning for me. This means that I'm a good person, or this means I'm a bad person, or this means that I am missing something, or should do this, or so it's adding these interpretations all the time and referring to a me, adding a kind of energetic tie between what is happening and this imaginary me. And this is reinforced continuously with our thoughts, our beliefs, people around us also, because it's a kind of communal belief as well, a socially acceptable belief, belief that there must be someone inside here and therefore there's someone outside there. And then what means something to me is obviously different to what means something to you, and all this meaning for me gets reinforced. And I'm not saying that really life is depressing, of course not. And in a sense it is so meaningful, but not in the way that the thinking can grasp. It's full of meaning for its own sake. So whatever is happening has its own right to exist. It doesn't need the thinking to add anything extra. It doesn't need any meaning for me because the meaning for itself is enough. So for example, if you feel a wave of physical sensation in the belly, so thought might say, well, this means that I have a problem, that I am afraid of something or I need something. And there, on a relative level, there may be some need or some fear, but in itself, the sensation is enough, just as it is. It doesn't actually mean that you have a problem. It may be something to feel, something to look at more closely, but it never means anything about you. It never has that energetic tie, because the one that it's having an energetic tie to is this imaginary me, a thought me actually, an imaginary reference point or location inside a body. So this doesn't mean that you don't experience and feel and do whatever you do as this person. That goes on, that unfolds fully, however it does, uniquely for you. And yet, the joke of it all is that none of it means anything about you. It's just a flow. Because usually in our lives, especially on the spiritual path, but anyway, we're searching for meaning. We're searching to understand what this all means. Even if it means that I have a problem, at least we understand something temporarily. It brings at least some mental rest to believe that this experience means that there's something wrong with me. That kind of explains things for a while. It's not easy, it's not comfortable. But for the thinking, to believe that I'm someone with a certain kind of identity, with a certain kind of problem because of certain experiences, it provides like a safe place to land for a while, and maybe for a long while. But when we start to question, who is this me? We see that actually these identities, these problems have been believed to mean something about me, are just thoughts referring to another thought as if it was real. Therefore, this landing place, this safe comfort zones, we see more and more that there are no comfort zones really. If none of the thoughts actually refer to any real separate entity called me, located anywhere, then it's all just experience happening. Not happening to me, not happening to anyone, just happening. And yet, knowing that it doesn't mean anything gives a lot of freedom for it all to be here or not be here. For it to take its course in whatever needs to happen. For it to not make sense. To not know or understand what any of it means. Living from not knowing how to live. With no thought to hold on to. Not that there are no thoughts. Thoughts may still come and go, but they don't mean anything about you. Then they have no power, really.